right. Quick sound check. Make sure we are live.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
You know, I'll get moving momentarily. I have to make sure I am live for my audience. Which we are, in fact, live. What is going on, guys? My name is K-Dog Skinnell, and welcome to part 17, maybe, of my LA Noire 5-star case walkthrough. This episode we're going to be doing...
Recording device
with that getup of yours, anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Well, in any event, this is the Naked City. This is the second and final Vice DLC
wheel.
case.
Seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Yo, cats
Visit
and
the
dogs,
morgue at
how
the
are
end of
ya?
the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Not too bad. We just a few days ago we took our kitties to the vet just for the yearly checkup, and all is well for another year. So we got happy, healthy kitties. So that's all that matters.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Now
Thanks.
there is a clue down here, right by the this trash can here. A morphine syringe
Mal will be pleased.
or syringe,
Well,
excuse
that's
me.
hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I had to take 2 to the vet. They said in dental remover, and another cat has mouth ulcers. Ooh. Well, hopefully that turns out to be okay. I mean,
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
this is one of the longer cases in the game. Oh my god, please stop. Please tell me she's clothed. Okay, she's in a towel. Okay. It's like, please tell me she's clothed. That's all I need. Get the video demonetized for nudity. Barbiturates.
Looks like barbiturates. Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Uh-oh.
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, this is a pertinent piece of evidence right here.
Holy English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
That is actually going to be a piece of evidence for the first witness that we discuss. Oh, okay. It's all in. Yeah. We have something out here before we go into the bathroom where the body is. Some pictures.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Which one has... Yeah, this is Julia. This is the victim.
There's been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start. Beautiful girl. Her clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
For sure this one doesn't have anything. Nope. Yeah, I don't think so. All right. Now let's go into the bathroom. I gotta check out the body.
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Just bite marks on her arm.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Yeah, she wasn't just drugged.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
All right. Let's talk to the lady that called it in.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
All right, here we go.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Yeah, that's a lie.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And for this one, the sleeping pills.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pillbox, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star. A princess. Does modeling really pay that well?
Yes, it can, but...
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Yeah, that's a big fat whopper.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Oh, I can. The men's smoking jacket.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
What's going on? Oh.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
You're hiding something, Mrs. Reynoldson.
No,
I
think it's doubt.
that you don't want to tell me.
And how do you come to that conclusion, young man? What makes you think I know anything about her past?
I think this might be doubt.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out. Mrs. Reynoldson,
Yeah,
it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
I think our work is done here.
Okay.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Oh, that was easy.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
All right. Whoop.
Classy lady. Swanky place. It's a shame. Real shame.
Why are we parked way the hell over here? That's...
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right, we're going to head to the dress store first.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
So we have two people to interview in here.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
All right, so there's only one question. These next three questions between this lady and the one we're going to meet here in a minute, they're all truth, but we're going to do the extra dialogue.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
You're fucking lying.
You weren't as shocked as someone normally is when told about a murder, ma'am. Is there something about Julia you want to tell me?
You're accusing me of lying? How dare you? What basis do you have for this kind of accusation?
Nothing, because she's telling the truth, but...
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that? Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Kind of odd, but okay.
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
All right. Both of these are truths, but
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
why?
Were Julia and Henry intimate before you started seeing him? Is there something you haven't told us, Miss Swanson?
How would I know whether Henry and Julia were close?
Looks like I was mistaken.
Truth.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She's telling the truth, but why?
Julia was kept by this Henderson character. The apartment, the clothes, the jewelry. Was she a call girl?
How would I know? What evidence is there that says that Julia is a prostitute?
You're off the hook, for now. She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Well, she was, but now not so much.
You can drive.
Dr. Stoneman's practice. Gotta go there. That was her, who prescribed her the drugs.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
I really like doing the extra dialogue stuff, because half of it I've never heard. Long way to the top.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Gotta go up the elevator.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
That was kind of weird. Game kind of glitched for a second. Oh, baby kitty. What, honey?
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
You know, I don't really care about your sciatica, dude. I don't really care about you whatsoever.
Hurts to walk, hurts to sit down, and now I got police riding me like I'm a criminal. Get lost.
Wow. Okay. Dick.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Relationship with the victim.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
That's a lie.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Yeah, the Benzedrine prescription.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine?
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Additional medications?
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
We believe Miss Randall died of an overdose of morphine. You didn't prescribe her anything else, did you?
That is a very serious allegation to level at a doctor, young man.
No, actually, I think doubt.
Don't ask, you never find out.
He's not telling the truth, but yeah, doubt.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Benzedrine initially was marketed in the 1930s. Believed it was used initially to treat nasal congestion, narcolepsy, and even depression. I don't know if it's still used today, but...
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
All right.
Can I ask you politely to go now? I have patients who need my help.
Maybe. Thanks, lady.
Your partner is a creep, and you probably are too. I have nothing more to say to you.
Wow. Okay.
Hurts to walk, hurts to sit
Oh,
down.
shut up,
and
dude.
now
I don't
got
care.
police riding me like I'm a criminal. Get lost.
Why does everybody think I'm after them or I'm out to get them?
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
All right, now we gotta head to the morgue.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed? Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Yeah, what do we got, Mal?
They've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Yeah, good God, this guy got completely messed up. We already know about her.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
All right, so this is the first of 2 interviews we have to do with Henry.
I understand you, but thousands wouldn't.
That's interview
Mother
1.
would be proud of him. Catching all
Arnett
those
is in
criminals.
interview 2, Phelps. Go help him get...
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Yeah, here we go.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
That's a lie, even though it's not.
Come clean with us, Arnett. Was Miss Randall your mistress? Is that how she could afford such a lavish lifestyle?
That's a ridiculous allegation. How could you possibly prove that I paid for Julia's things?
Hi. Mort? Mort
Like I made a
kitty?
mistake.
No, we're gonna doubt him, though.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Now that is a lie.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
No. Housekeeper statement. Mr. Henderson lived in San Francisco.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get some from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. Do you think she might have convinced him to buy it for
Come
her?
here.
Maybe he did, yeah.
Come here.
Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Oh, God.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
I think you're lying. I think Randall was a high-priced hooker, and this Henderson character didn't want it to come out that he had been seeing her. I think he had LeBlanc and an accomplice bump her off. I think you know who Henderson is, and you're trying to conceal his identity.
I think you've been out in the sun too long without your hat. Prove that I know who Henderson is.
No.
Sorry. My mistake.
No. But he knows more than he says he does. Doubt.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
What's funny is he mentioned the 6th Marines. That's where Cole served. So...
He's in that car at the lights. He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Hi. All the attention. All the attention. My kitty, kitty, kitty. S'mores.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Hi. S'mores are gonna cause me to wreck. Hang on. Hi. My kitty, kitty. Daddy's trying to work. You know this is my second job. I absolutely hate tailing missions. They're just annoying.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Mercury. Too close, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. Stop blasting, so...
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Yeah, he pulled over here. Oh, no, he didn't. He's still right there. Now he's pulling over. Or he's getting ready to. Yeah, there he is.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Then comes the second part of this tailing mission that is just an absolute... The Candy Edwards tailing mission that we did in the last episode is beyond tedious. This one is pretty damn close. You can see him up there in the gray. Yeah, notice every now and then he will stop and turn around if he feels like he's being followed. Now he's going to go across the street. There we go. We're just going to go right across here. He can't see us. Down this alleyway. Wait, what? How did he evade me? That's alright. This is the one that... Oh my god. I'm just gonna skip this. This tailing scene is ridiculous. If you fail it 3 times, it gives you an opportunity to skip it, which I'm gonna do, because...
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
What are you doing?
One more time, and then it should, like I said, prompt to skip it, which I'm going to do. Because like I said, this tailing scene goes on forever. I really wish you could skip the scene, but...
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
God, this is just...
What are you doing?
Yes. yeah, your progression on the case will not be affected. But he ends up going to a travel agency.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket for Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Dearest Beverly, with love and affection, always. Nope. Have a phone icon, which means we gotta pay phone over here.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Spakowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks, ma'am.
And I think that, if I remember correctly, that just leads you to a gunfight. So we're not going to bother with it because
You know the way. You can drive.
That may have an effect on your rating. I don't remember, but I know if you go the same path I go, you'll get a 5-star at the end.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
Come on.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Mrs. Beverly Eavestrom.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud. Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Yeah, silver pillbox. Contraband list, Mrs. Eavestrom. I don't think there's anything else, but we'll... Oh, pearl ring.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Okay, yeah, that's... I was like, eh. So now we gotta go to this Mrs. Eavestrom. Question her about her stolen property.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed? Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
List of stolen
Can you
items.
describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
That's a lie.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
The Fabergé cigarette case is only valued at 10 grand.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
Okay.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
We're going to doubt that, but first...
I think you know more about this burglary than you were letting on, Mrs. Eavestrom. There isn't an insurance claim involved, is there?
Are you accusing me of having my own home burgled? How dare you? What possible proof do you have for this scandalous remark?
Look at her face.
You're off the hook. For now. I get the sense that you're worried about something, Mrs.
No! She was telling the truth! Oh, okay, hold on. We're going to exit, go back in there. Oh my god! Oh my god, I cannot believe I did that. It should start us at the Eastern residence. Oh my god, I can't. I have not gotten one wrong this entire time. Oh, thank god. Okay. Oh, don't. No. No, 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 no. Oh, that sucks. Like, it's gonna make me... God damn it. Oh, okay. Ooh. I was like, it's gonna make me... Okay.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be
Okay.
easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years.
So we know this part's a lie.
Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Lie.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
Yes, that second one she's telling... I always thought that was a doubt.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
This one is actually
Tell us about
truth.
the burglary.
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Yeah, truth.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
Uh-oh.
Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, Mother and Father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
All right, so now I have to drive, and there is a trophy. Or no.
We need to get to Arnett's apartment. He's the
It's
key to
after we
all
pick up
this.
Henry.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
Crap.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it. Go straight over.
Oh boy. This is why I don't drive.
It's the next right.
I don't know why I have to. I think it's because of the dialogue.
Calling car 11K. 11K, come in. 11K, message from Detective Bukowski. Murder victim Jimmy LeBlanc's record shows he most often worked with an accomplice. Caucasian male, approximately 6'2", 220 pounds, heavily built, known only as Willie.
Willie?
Go straight through.
I'm going. Oh!
What are you doing?
Oh, that was so bad. Can he drive? Like, seriously. Nope, your partner cannot drive. Motherfucker. Oh, God. This is why I hate driving in this game.
Stay straight on this road.
Oh, my lord, dude. This was so bad.
Straight through the intersection. Go straight.
I'm going straight, dude. What is your deal?
Straight over the next intersection. Next right.
Okay. Why not?
Go straight at the next intersection.
Yeah, at this point I'm asking for directions, because like I said...
Go straight.
I'm going straight.
Take the next left.
Okay.
Take the next right.
Oh, the next right. Okay. Oh. Hi.
Straight over the next intersection.
Okay.
Straight over. Keep going straight. Straight over.
I said, nobody knows how to drive.
Stay straight on this road.
I'm going straight, buddy.
Take the next left.
Okay.
Christ!
Well, you know, like I said,
You're driving right at them.
well, if the dude I swear this is why I hate driving in this game. I swear to God, if I get docked for this, I'm gonna lose my shit. I guess.
Go straight over.
Look at this. Thank you. Get out of the way.
Take a right.
Should have taken a right at the last spot, the last road. Okay, here we go. Freaking God almighty.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
All right, then we have our second interview with him. God, I can't believe it.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
I was going to take it anyway, so what difference does it make?
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop! LAPD! Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case. Go on.
Put your hands in the air!
Really? Really? I knew this case would go over an hour because, like I said, I think this is the longest case in the game.
Give it up! LAPD!
LA. I hate this. I hate the balance, trying to balance in this game. This is the worst part of this entire game. Ugh.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
Oh, boy.
Missing something, Henry?
The only thing that's worth noting is in the suitcase. There's this train ticket.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
The watch.
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
All right.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
One thing I love is Heather, his girlfriend, whatever, sitting next to him. Her facial reaction through all this is hilarious. All three questions really give this guy he's lying through his teeth. So why?
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Second time, you can use the Fabergé cigarette case as a piece of evidence.
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600, a case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Look at her face.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
Lie.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
Well, why don't you explain the train ticket? One way.
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Identity of Mr. Henderson.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Lie.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Well, luckily we do, because the contraband list is the final piece of evidence.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
All right, so now we got to go back to the doctor's office. The big bombshell there is that Henderson is Stoneman. Yeah, a little over an hour. Like I said, I knew this was going to be the longest case of the game. We got two more places to go. Stoneman. And then we can wrap this long DLC case up.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
All right, we know where we're going. Probably the end of the day.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Oh boy.
Didn't see that coming.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Well,
we have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
We have Reed's address. Let's roll on it.
I'm trying to talk to her, but yeah, that's a pretty gnarly way for a middle-aged man to go, is to leap out his window and crash onto his car. But last stop.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking
really?
From experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Thank God I didn't park there.
How about $5 for an exclusive?
Listen, get out of the way, guys. That's kind of.
Any ideas? You're behind the wheel.
Where are we going?
I said, hopefully my crashing into everything on the way to Henry's didn't fuck my case up, but.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
All right, so when you
A harmonica playing wrestler.
come around the corner,
Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
as you get toward the alley, that's him right there.
Wilson Reed, LAPD. Give yourself up.
And of course he runs. Because they always run. That's how this game works. Wait, what? Oh, hey. Into the window. Good God. Oh, I think it's to the roof. Yeah. Doesn't expect my partner to do anything, right?
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Wait, the son of a bitch.
Oh, God. It's pancake, my God. You know what? Shoot all the letters out, why not? Oh, God. There, we finally got him.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
And there we go. Like I said, the end of a very long case. Like I said, I think it is the longest case in the game. Oh boy, that's a lot. Yep. And honest to God, it's the vehicle damage that did me in. But I'm not doing the case over to, but yeah. So minimize the vehicle damage. That is a 5-star case. 16 of 16 clues. 16 of 16 questions correct. Like I said, the $2,200 in vehicle damage is the only reason that's a 4-star case. So, but I guarantee you, less vehicle damage, you will 5-star the case. Like I said, I'm not going to redo it. Yeah, an hour and 13 minutes. I'm not going to do it again, just to minimize the vehicle damage. So, like I said, that's why I don't drive in the game. Maybe you'll be more careful than I will, but there you go. The Naked City DLC case. We have one more Vice case to go, which we'll do in the next episode, but we got to get this little cutscene.
The whole company is gone, Hank. The Major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole.
Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Yeah, which it should have been Kelso, because Cole didn't do a freaking thing. He hid like a bitch. That's why he doesn't like talking about the war, because Manifest Destiny, again, the final Vice case, which we'll do in the next episode.
Earl Phelps, a shooting at the 111 Club, 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap up this episode, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. I got to go feed my cats. And, yeah. So we're getting closer to the end of the game. I do believe we have maybe 5 cases left. So it'd be 5 parts. But we'll get all of those in the next couple of days. Like I said, tomorrow evening might do another Dragon Quest VII episode. That series is starting to do pretty well. But other than that, like I said, we're going to keep rocking through, getting close to the end of the game. Again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Give this video a thumbs up if you would. Pretty please. Does help the channel grow as we continue our march to 7,000 subscribers. So, but I'll catch you guys tomorrow night. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Don't dare miss it.